A daily flow of about 8,000 Syrian and Iraqi refugees to Europe is likely to continue, the United Nations warns. The figure came from UN Regional Coordinator for Refugees Amin Awad, who spoke to Reuters news agency. More than 5,000 refugees are arriving daily in Greece. That flow could continue during the winter if the weather remains good and the borders open, the International Organization for Migration, IOM, told the BBC. About 500,000 migrants have arrived in Europe this year. The UN expects 10 million Iraqis to need some form of humanitarian relief by the end of this year. Deep divisions surfaced in the EU this week when ministers agreed to relocate about 120,000 refugees across Europe. The refugees will be transferred from Greece and Italy, to ease the pressure on overcrowded reception centers there. 4 Central and East European countries voted against the measure. Serbia, a candidate to join the EU, exchanged angry words with EU member Croatia, as the migrant crisis along their border intensified. Vehicles have been blocked and border restrictions imposed in the dispute. The EU's Commissioner for European Neighbourhood Policy, Johannes Hahn, visited a migrant camp in the border zone on Friday with Serbia's Prime Minister Aleksandar Vučić. Hungary says it has nearly completed a fence on sections of its border with Croatia, but does not plan to extend it to Slovenia. Croatia said reports that individual Serbian citizens had also been barred from entering Croatia were incorrect, saying there had only been a problem with passports. Many of the refugees are determined to reach Germany, whose Chancellor Angela Merkel has urged EU partners to take in more refugees. Germany expects to have at least 800,000 asylum seekers this year. Germany's federal government has pledged Euro 4 bn, pound 3 bn, $4.5 bn, to its regional states, double the current levels of funding, to help them cope with a record migrant influx.